and welcome to the Shaanah Montana After Show. It is my hope that you enjoyed the latest episode as much as I did, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm just here for a quick word. So, the biggest thing I want us to take away is that when it comes to friends and family, those are two of the greatest relationships that we have in our lives, but they are also some of the most delicate and intricate relationships that we have to make sure that we handle with care because so many times, as I've said before in other episodes, we say we love family, but sometimes we treat strangers better than we treat our family. So ultimately, I want us to understand, as Marquita pointed out, the word family is a word that, by blood relatives, we have it. But when we have close friends that we love the same as family, they're our family as well. And we want to treat them as such. So one, when it comes down to the family, when it comes down to your blood, it comes down to making sure that we value those relationships, we cherish those relationships, and we understand that, tomorrow is not promised. So just treat your family accordingly. And again, I do understand that everybody's family dynamics are different. It's not a one size fits all situation. But if there is a situation that you can work on, if there is a relationship that you can do better with, I want you to make a conscious and focused decision today to start doing such. And if you need some reminders on how to do it and how to approach it, go back and listen to the episode. And on the other side, when it comes to friendships, if you choose to be one of those ladies that are like, I just don't do girls, I just don't need friends, okay. If that's working for you, great. But if it ain't, I want you to go back and listen to the episode again too, and make sure you do the necessary work to cultivate your friendships, to show up in your friendships, to stop being petty and messy and all the negative things in your friendships, because we need more love in the world, not less. But overall, healing from the wounds of family is one of the toughest things because, as I stated in the episode, family, that's a relationship. We can maneuver certain ways to kind of go around it, but we can't really shake it. Like, it's going to be there whether we want it to be or not. So why not try to cultivate it in a positive way if it's possible? And if it's not possible, do the necessary work and the necessary healing so that it does not eat you up on the inside. Because in a good old Tyler Perry play, the stage play from back in the day, something he said, a lot of times you will walk around and you will be all messed up and hurting on the inside. And the person that you mad at, the person that you haven't forgiven for what they did, they ain't losing no sleep at night. So I'm not saying that it's easy work. I'm not saying it's work that's going to happen overnight. I'm not saying it's work that, has a timeline on when it's going to happen or what it's going to look like. But what I am saying is that if you have a relationship that needs work, if you have a relationship that, you may feel like it's unsalvageable, I want you to evaluate that relationship too and take some time to see if there is something that you can do, before you leave God's green earth to rectify that. And if not, prayers up for you. But for those of us that have relationships, and I'll say it a million times over, relationships that we can do better with, relationships that we can get closer to certain people, relationships where we can stop fighting and bickering forever and ever, relationships where we can stop terrorizing our other family members. Start taking some self-accountability in those situations. Do some self-evaluation, just some accountability. Do some self-evaluation and see how, why, when, and where you are showing up in any of those spaces, and see if there is a space for you to do better. So that said, I love y'all for real in my Monique voice, and I know y'all love y'all families for real. So when it comes to friends and your family, make sure you're doing the necessary work. And I'm signing off. Yours truly, Shaanah Montana.